Alright, what's going on YouTube? I got a request the other day for somebody to, you know, there's gonna be, he has nice waves, but actually he's growing his hair out, which is whack. He's going, not just playing, but he's growing his hair out. So what we're gonna do is, I got a request from somebody to actually fade the whole entire hair, but kind of keep it with no, kind of fade the hair with no guidelines. So this is like a beginner's guide to, you know, fading without using any guidelines. You know, as barbers, creating guidelines helps us keep, you know, it helps section the haircut so we can fade right and everything. But actually no guidelines, well, fading with no guidelines, it makes it easier to take the lines out. As by that, what I mean, if I was to create, you know, the one guard section or no lever, one guard and all this other stuff and ball it out down here, it will create different lines, or it will create different sections, and the sections will kind of tend to be harder to take out. So we're gonna fade all the way down from this. I don't know, I'm guessing this is like a 2 guard up top or something like a 3 guard, or, you know, 1.5 open, basically a 2 closed. So we're gonna fade down from this all the way down and create a nice little fade. But we are gonna ball it out. That establishes our foundation for our cut. And I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. We're gonna get straight into the cut. Alright, we're gonna do this all in one motion. We're gonna comb the hair out. We're not touching the top, remember? So we're not cutting the hair down. So we're gonna do this all in one motion. Comb the hair out so everything be nice and lifted up off the scalp. Even though we're not cutting it down, we still want the hair on the side to be lifted up. And now what we're gonna do, we're going to establish our guideline. So we're going to give him a fade, a mid fade all the way around, and we're going to start the mid fade right here, and we're just going to go straight across the head. Nice, simple. And I'm going to start it right here. And this is with my clippers and the lever all the way closed. And this right here helps us not have any harsh lines. Because when you have harsh lines, it's harder to take the guidelines out. You could use a trimmer or whatnot, but we're going to establish this line all the way around the head. And I will be showing y'all one side. But whatever we do to one side, we do to the other side. Everything should be replicated inside of the haircut. You shouldn't be fading one side a little bit differently. Well, it should be the same exact step. Sometimes, you know, the hair might be going straight down on this side, but on the other side, all the hair is pushed towards the front, or is laying naturally towards the front. So that's when you tend to at least turn the clippers a little bit, turn it that way. But right now, all of our steps and everything should be the complete exact same thing. Having different things or doing different things while you're doing a haircut will mess the haircut up. It will mess the end look up. Because we don't know what the top is or what it's going to take to blend into the top, we're going to start with our half guard. We're going to start with our half guard. This is the guard after the one guard. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to go straight up and ride the head. Just ride the head, and this is basically debulking everything. You don't want to tilt into the clipper, into the head, because that will create an illusion to where it's not just sitting on top of his head, we're actually digging in and he won't have no hair on the sides. And that's all we're doing right here. And to have a cut with no guidelines, what we're gonna do, we're gonna start our fading down process. Make sure y'all can see, y'all can. Alright, so fading down, every time what fading down means is you're fading, starting from highest to the lowest. And we're gonna, every time we go down, we're gonna slowly close the lever. We're slowly closing the lever, and that's gonna cause us to fade down, and it's gonna be a nice blend. Fading down, I typically fade down with every single hair texture. With everything I do, every single time, just because it leaves a nice blend, and I know that I don't want to touch anything on the top, so this prevents me from going over this line that I created. It prevents me from doing everything that I do not want to do, and just keeping a nice solid foundation at the bottom. Close it all the way. Now every time we close the lever, we're moving down. We start up here, now we're going right here, then we're going right here, then we're going right here. But remember, All this down here, I'm about to move on to the next step, which is the one guard. Now we're going to take the one guard, kind of tilt this way a little bit, and then tilt it right there. The one guard area. Now we're going to go halfway, or wherever you left off with the half guard. That's where we're going to continue and pick up with our one guard at. We're not going all the way up. And the lever is all the way open. Every single time I start with a new guard, we're always doing it with the lever all the way open. And then we're going to start moving down with our lever. Easy, simple. And y'all can probably see the transition a little bit as we're going along. It's starting to get there. You don't have to worry about detailing right now, but whenever you get to a certain point with the one guard, you can start detailing inside of the, half guard spot. Whenever you're detailing, you turn your clipper to the side and you just want to use your corners. That's all detailing is. Whenever you're fading, you use the whole entire blade. Just like this. Use a whole entire blade when you're fading. Now all the way closed. And it's okay if it's not perfect at first, because we're always going to go back and we're going to go detail. Or you can detail while you go. In detailing, all it is just taking out 2 hairs. We're splitting 2 hairs into 1 hair. Or splitting 1 hair into 2 hairs. That's all it is. And I know y'all can see the blend already. It's already coming along. Now we're going to put on our half guard, which is the smallest guard that should come in the pack no matter what clip that you have. It's going to be the half guard. All the way open. We always start with the lever all the way open. And wherever we left off with the one guard, that's what we're going to pick up with the half guard. And then we're going to follow our same exact process. And we're not going no higher. You're fading all the way down. All these little hairs, you could go in and you could detail. But as we go down with our lever, we go down with this side of the haircut. And this half guard isn't going to fade all of this out, because remember, we have to fade with no guard. No guard all the way open, and that'll be our last step of the fading process. And it's going to be a real nice fade. And see, there's no guideline, so there is no hard marks or anything like that. It's a nice smooth transition. Now what we're going to do, no lever, all the way open. And we're just going to go around the head with no lever, all the way open. Same exact steps, no matter what guard you put on. And this leaves a nice blend. Close it a little bit, close the lever a little bit, go down in the fade. Don't go too high, don't go above where we just set at. That's why these steps in these processes are so easy to understand. Because you literally don't have to go back inside of the fade and do anything at all. And as y'all can see, just from the little steps, I can detail a little bit right here, go back. By detailing how I detail, I close the lever halfway. And I just go in, tilting my clipper. I'm going to show y'all a different angle real quick. Halfway, just a little bit. And see, I'm using the corners of my clippers. It might not seem like it's doing much, but it's going to come out as a really, really, really nice blend in the end. And that's all detailing is. It's cutting 2 hairs, or splitting 2 hairs and making it into 1. Because the problem why people detail is little clusters of hair, little clumps of hair that you might see, little clusters of hair that you might not see, or might like this spot right here. We can go in with our half guard, but you never want to go in and detail with no lever all the way open. All the way up here we use the half guard and the the 1.5 and a 1 guard at. You always want to go. Let's say I'm gonna do this for y'all. You have the half guard up here, what we started with. Then we moved on and transitioned to the one guard, and then we moved on with the half guard. Wherever the one guard place is at, the guard below it, which will be the half guard, that's where we're gonna move down and detail and use the corners in the one guard position. In the half guard spot, if there's detailing needed up here, we're gonna move with the one guard and turn it to the side and detail like that. So you always wanna use the guard below it to go back in and detail. So this is the one guard area. So we take the half guard, close it halfway, and just use the corners in detail. And this gets all of the little hairs that's clumped up together and it splits them, making a nice blend. And as y'all can tell, this is a very, very good blend. And it happened in about 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes. So if y'all copy these steps, y'all get these steps down. What I'm about to do, I'm about to finish the back and the other side, and then we're gonna see what it turned out to be. And I keep this hair down at the bottom because it creates a nice transition. And to make the fade come all the way together, all you do is just cut all this hair off. That's all you do. Look how nice the fade looks. Look how nice the fade looks. And this is the spot right here. I didn't quite fade right here. I didn't start on that spot, but only right here I just did for y'all. Let me clean them off or blow dry them off real quick. Get some of this hair off of them. Now I'm about to show y'all what everything looks like compared to the other side that we haven't done. And this is what the other side look like. And this is the steps that I just showed y'all, what we just blended into. Now we're about to do the back and the sides and give them a little lineup, and then I'm gonna show you what the end product look like. And we're gonna get straight into that real quick. This is what the other side look like, and the back. And this is all with the same exact steps. Use on both sides. Now we're about to cut this hair off, do the lineup and everything, then show you what it look like. Alright, so this is the cut right here. We did the same thing on one side that we did to the other side. It's a nice, clean fade turn here. And this is what I got, or what you would get out of using these steps from using no guidelines at all. Just completely just fading straight down. And this is what the cut look like on the other side as well. It's a nice clean cut, the back. And then this side, kind of tilt your head a little bit. Right there, it's a nice fade. With his HYB, if you're not handling your business, do what you're doing. And we out.